Welcome to Viral Crimes with Jocelyn, where we uncover the facts, examine the evidence, and make sure no case is forgotten. Welcome to Viral Crimes with Jocelyn, where we uncover the facts, examine the evidence, and make sure no case is forgotten.
Guys, there are birthdays, and then there are birthrights. There are people who walk quietly in this world, and there are people who arrive with a presence so strong that the room feels it the moment they step in. The lion does not ask permission to be noticed. The lion does not whisper when it enters its territory. And during lion season, Leo season that is, the sun does not hide. It shines. It burns. It exposes everything. And tonight on Viral Crimes with Jocelyn, we are stepping directly into the lion's den. Because the man at the center of tonight's story was born August the 9th, 1994. He is my twin birthday. August the 9th, baby, right here. See the balloons behind, gifts? Today is my birthday, you guys. So double tap that screen, get us out into the algorithm, and have a party with me while we go over another deadly Leo. So, because the man at the center of the story, like I said, he is a Leo. And guess whose birthday it is? Listen, I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes. If you read the title, you already know. Give you a couple seconds. Seconds is over. King Von. That's right. I'm going to say it again. Your girl Jocelyn is 2. An August 9th Leo. 2 people born under the symbol of the lion. But 2 entirely different lives. 2 entirely different roads. And 2 entirely different legacies. Tonight, Deadly Leos. The deadly Leo that we're discussing was born Davon Daquan Bennett. The world would eventually know him as King Von. Not Prince Von, not Little Von. He was called King Von. And even before the fame, the chains, the millions of views and the millions of dollars and the screaming crowds and people around him said he carried himself like somebody who expected to be remembered. Astrology traditionally describes Leos as a fixed fire sign, represented by the lion and ruled by the sun. Leo is associated in astrology, not science, with visibility, confidence, loyalty, a pride, leadership, and the need to leave a mark. But let me make one thing clear before we go any further. Being a Leo does not make anyone violent. A birthday does not mean you're going to commit a crime. A zodiac sign does not mean you're going to pull a trigger. Tonight, astrology is our storytelling lens. It allows us to examine the light and shadows, the confidence and the pride, the loyalty, the stubbornness, the protector and the fighter within a Leo. Because King Von's story contained all of it. It's not easy being a Leo. I promise you guys, it really isn't. It really isn't. So, he was a son who lost his father very early. He was a child growing up where death could become normal before childhood, before adulthood as well, you guys. He was repeatedly arrested before he became famous. He spent years facing the possibility that he might never come home. Then he was acquitted, walked out of jail, picked up a microphone, and became one of the fastest rising storytellers in drill music. But I will tell you this, that Vaughn had so many mugshots. I couldn't fit them all on the screen. His arrest started really, really young. You know, with some pictures in here, he doesn't look a day over 15. So I'm going to leave that up for a second for you guys can really sink into your head where King Vaughn was coming from, or was he running from? One or the other. He had to get out of it. So, like I said, he walked out of prison being the biggest drill music artist there was. He went from being known on a few Chicago blocks to being watched around the world. But just as the crowd was beginning to fit, just as the money was arriving, just as his first album was beginning to climb to the top, you guys, King Vaughn traveled to Atlanta. Biggest mistake of his life. He travels to Atlanta. Let me show you where he went to, you guys. So in the parking lot outside a hookah lounge, the Lion met a moment that neither fame, money, loyalty, nor reputation could reverse. Tonight, we are not glorifying violence. We are not disrespecting the dead. We are asking how a young man could survive so much. Look at this. This is what this man survived. He survived so much, you guys. Reached the edge of stardom and passed at only 26 years old. Come on now, you guys. It's only but so many years, 26 years and all these arrests. So say he started getting arrested at 15. How many years is that? How often is he getting arrested to have this many mugshots? And I found a video that shows all his mugshots, but I'm gonna hold down on that because this is gonna be a minute. You know, I'm not rushing through this. I'm taking my time. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, he is my twin when it comes to our birthday and our sign. So I'm enjoying this one. So you guys, again, I'm gonna say we are asking how can he survive so much, reach the edge of stardom, and still die at 26? You guys, welcome to Viral Crimes with Jocelyn. This is Deadly Leo's King Vaughn, born under the lion, the crowned, in O Block, and killed in Atlanta. So you guys, like this live, please share it right now. Subscribe if you are new, and tell me in the comments, are there any other August 9th Leos in the building? If not, just drop your birthday in the building. I'm going to drop mine right now. See, it's just as easy as that. If I could spell. Why can you tell me? There it goes. Okay, you guys. So yeah, let me know where you're watching from. Hold on. This will be all edited out. What I do is I edit them out. I edit out all of this real raw content to make it fit the video. It's a lot shorter, so you can go over to there. Also watch the video if me and my pausing is getting on your nerves. But it's my channel. When is your birthday? Okay, so before there was a King Vaughn, you guys, there was a little boy named Davon Bennett. And we do have pictures of him as a young boy. Davon was born in Chicago on August 9th, 1994. His mother was Natasha Chambers, also known publicly as Taisha and Tasha. Published biographies identified his father as Walter Bennett. Vaughn was raised primarily by his mother and grew up around Chicago's South Side, especially the Parkway Garden housing complex that became and internationally known as O Block. They want to cover up what it really was: Chicago South Side, the Parkway Gardens. He was in the projects. Let's cut to the chase. He was in the projects. And this is a picture of his mom. Oh my God, I couldn't believe how much they looked alike. I also said to myself, he has feminine feature. He was handsome. Where is his family at? Hold on, y'all. Oh my God, I thought he was so handsome when I saw him come out. I said to my daughter, who is this little boy? That's with his children. Hold on. Maybe I don't have one. I don't. I apologize for that. I thought that I Added one to the scene. Okay, no. Darn it. But anyway, let's go back here. So, and the projects that he was from was internationally known as O Block. O Block is not a city, you guys. It is an entire neighborhood. The name commonly referred to Parkway Gardens near the 6400th block of South Martin Luther King Drive in Chicago. Why every time is a Martin Luther King is nothing but danger? I don't like that. That name is connected with the hood. It just is what it is. Why? I don't know. In Chicago's Greater Grand Crossing area, the O came from the name of Odie Perry, a young man whose killing became part of the neighborhood's history and the cycle of rivalries surrounding it. To people outside of Chicago, O Block became a rap reference. To Vaughn, it was home. It was where his friends were. It was where his reputation developed. It was also where the line between personal loyalty, neighborhood identity, grief, and retaliation could become dangerously thin. Vaughn grew up during the emergence of Chicago drill music, a form of rap known for dark productions, intensely detailed accounts of neighborhood conflict. See, this is how, when they get arrested and they're able to go back into their music now and piece together the songs that they write and realize that these are not just songs, they are omissions of guilt. That's what they are. And they are really writing what they've done. Like they might as well just go down to the police station and say, hey, I did it. So if you guys are out there, stop putting that crap in your music. Artists such as Chief Keef, Little Durk helped bring Chicago drill to national attention. Vaughn was close enough to that world to watch it grow. But repeated incarcerations, once again, here is his mugshots, and they are repeated like you wouldn't believe. I think there's a total, like I said, there was so many I was getting confused on which one did I put up and which ones did I take down. So hold on. Y'all like my little cup? I'm actually gonna make some cups tonight on my Viral Crimes with Jocelyn channel. So if I start to ramble, listen, it's my birthday. I'm excited to be here with you guys and excited to do this King Vaughn case. I really, really am. So anyway, once again, like I stated, Chief Keef, Little Durk helped bring Chicago's drill to national attention. Vaughn was close enough to that world to watch it grow, but repeated incarceration kept him from immediately becoming one of its recording artists with an S. Okay, think about that for a moment, you guys. Think about it for a moment. Some young artists begin by participating in bedrooms. Some begin in school talent shows. Vaughn's development as a storyteller was heavily shaped by confinement. He later discussed reading while incarcerated. Published profiles report that he read urban fiction and studied the way stories were constructed. When he finally began recording, he did not rap like someone throwing random words over a beat. He built scenes. He introduced characters. He created tension. He described movement. Then he delivered a conclusion. Okay, he might as well just have some footnotes at the end, and some references at the beginning, but he didn't, y'all. Let me check this right here, y'all. 1 second. I got one more thing to check that I did not check. I just started talking. I was so excited. Okay, we're good. So yeah, he told the story from the beginning, the middle to the end. Then after he delivered the conclusion, that ability became his artistic superpower. King Vaughn could make listeners feel as though they were standing inside the story with him. That is where we see the Leo light, the performer, the storyteller, the man who did not simply want to be heard. He wanted everyone looking in his direction and hearing him. But visibility has a price, you guys. you know, being that visible and just out there. When someone's music, reputation, and real life conflicts begin blending together, the audience may no longer know where the performance stops and the reality ends. That's why I said, putting your life story into rap. No, they're gonna come for you. Let's go over this video. I'm gonna stop. Like I said, it's got some copyrighted parts in it. I might speed up, and who knows what I'm gonna do. But I'm trying to protect the channel. So okay, you guys, let's go.
King Von, When the Streets Became the Stage, a documented chronicle. The rain fell steady on that November morning in 2020, streaking down the windows of Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. Inside, doctors worked frantically to save a 26-year-old man who had been rushed through their doors with multiple gunshot wounds. His name was Davon Daquan Bennett, though the world knew him better as King Von, one of Chicago drill music's brightest rising stars. Despite their best efforts at 4:48 in the morning, Von was pronounced dead. The music industry mourned the loss of a talented storyteller. His fans grieved for an artist who seemed on the verge of superstardom. But for many families in Chicago, Von's death marked something entirely different. For them, it closed a chapter on years of terror, violence, and loss at the hands of someone they believed was responsible for multiple murders and who had weaponized fame to continue violence. This is not a
You guys,
story
this
about
is
redemption or wasted
crazy to me because he had already had so many enemies. I don't understand how someone can think that they can have this many enemies, but yet still get up and say, you know what? I'm going to go into the territory where my enemies are. Now, I will tell you this, because he was a lion, he was a Leo. Sometimes we cannot, we don't see boundaries. You know, it took me a long time to get my age. Me and him, like I said, share the same birthday, and we both are Leos. So as a child, you know, I was the same way. I have been in some places that I should have never been in, but I never thought that I could be the one to get hurt, even though everybody around me was getting hurt, not me. So this lion, I'm going full throttle. I'm going in. I'm just going to do it. So I get that part about him, and I understand that. So you guys, do you believe drill music only reports what is happening in the streets, or can the music itself keep the conflict alive? Are these people really looking at are they really looking at the lyrics as more? Because I know we had our diss tracks. We did. We had diss tracks, and, you know, we were doing all those things. I get it. But I don't know if we went, well, I guess so, because we had Biggie and Tupac. Who else did we had? We had Snoop was beefing with, I can't remember. So I guess this is something that's, you know, something that did not change under the sun. So now we have this young man who's just going through life. You know, he doesn't have a dad. He doesn't have nobody really to steer him but the streets. So Von's mother appears to have been the stable parental present in his childhood. But now, mind you, let me think. I read that he was, no, let me not say that, because it might have been another one that I did. They starting to run together now. Recent officials in Illinois appellate records identified Natasha Chambers, also known as Natasha Bennett, as his mother and the original administrator of his estate. After his passing, she helped establish a company to hold his property and royalty assets. That's so sad. At such a young age, 26. That is important, because behind every headline and story about King Von is his mother, who had known him before the name, before the reputation, and before the music. In an interview after his passing, Natasha pushed back against the image of her son as nothing more than a monster. She described a person the public did not fully understand, the private son behind the private image. His relationship with his father was much more complicated, you guys, and a lot of times that's where it begins. Published biographies identified his father as Walter Bennett and report that Walter was incarcerated during portions of Vaughn's childhood. Vaughn, therefore, did not have consistency day-to-day relationships with his dad. When Vaughn was about approximately 11 years old, his father was shot just like he was, and they met the same demise. Reliable public information, you guys, about Walter Bennett, complete life was extremely limited. I went through all the records I could find about him. I tried to dig up everything about his father. I could not find it. Many social media videos attach dramatic gang stories and nicknames to him, though. But those videos should not be presented, and they will not be presented here. I saw 2 of them, and him and his dad was living the same life. But you know what? I wanted to show you guys this short little video of him, him in his, with all his mug shots. Why is this not, this is really pissing me off now because everything that I put down here seems to be gone. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. Nope, that's not either. Oh man, I thought I had it, y'all. That was a good thing about his you know what? I'm gonna go into, is it here? No, I'm gonna go into let me go into TikTok real quick. Because I think it was a TikTok video, so bear with me. Where my TikTok at? TikTok. Maybe I kept it up. Like I said, you guys can go back into in 24 hours. I'll have the edited version of this and all of this stuff will be out here, but sometimes this is how it is and this is how it goes when you're live.
Out in the streets.
When you're live, things happen. So, hold on. I just found it. There it goes. Let me see if I can cover it up. Let's see if I can now go over here. See if I can find it. Let me close this out. Let's see. Nope. It's this one. Where is it at? Please be there. 2 times. TikTok. Is it? No. Why is this TikTok screen coming up? This is my live screen. Hold on, y'all. So let me shut this down. Shut that down. Sometimes I'll be having so many things open. I'll be confusing myself. So let me shut that down too. So I don't get confused and bring up that screen too. So this is the only one that I have open. Yep. Let's go live. Bring that back. Window capture. Let me get that off the screen. So that is. Oh. No, why does it keep bringing that up? And that's not even open. That's strange. File Explorer. All right, you guys, hold on. Okay, I see why. See, so much stuff open that was open in the background. Get that out of there. Close this crap down. And now close that down. Let's get back over here. Okay. Bear with me. It's my birthday. Have some patience, y'all. Have some patience. There we go. See? It's just as simple as that. So now we're going to put this up here. There we go. I'm going to put myself in the corner. Hold on, y'all. Put myself in the corner. Here I go. So here we have a short video that shows all of his police mugshots. So let's go. Let's pause that right there. So what the heck is going on with the sound? Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Y'all hear it? All right. Let me play it. I'm not sure if y'all can hear this. Let me turn this up. Hold on. Yeah, I can't. Okay, so yeah, this is his mugshot. So we can tell that this poor guy has been going through these type of things for a very, very long time. Let me see. Let's go back over here. So yeah, this is his mugshot. So we can.
And Von, according
Been going through these type of things for a very, very long time. Maybe all type of stuff just popping up. I saw one here. Let's look at this one.
Chicago drill veteran Tay Capone would tell 16 Shot and Visuals in an interview that if you hung around King Von in 2012, you simply had to accept that you would be in shootouts.
If you was hanging with Von, you had to accept everything that came with Von. You had to accept that you was gonna be in shootings, accept that it was gonna be that, and you had to be with it. You feel me? With Von.
King Von was on a mission in 2012 to get revenge for the friends that he had lost to the gang war. Losing OD, Platoon, and White White turned him into a demon, he said. So he would spend every day in the streets of Chicago stalking his ops and broadcasting his activities on Twitter for the whole world to see. On September the 6th, 2012, Von would get arrested, even taking selfies for Twitter inside of the cop car.
Now, I will say reports do state that after his dad had passed away, Von he became harder. He became meaner, more angrier. You know, he was angry at the world. He looked at crying as being weak, so he never got to really mourn his father naturally. But you guys, pain does not disappear. It doesn't disappear because someone refuses to let it be seen on the outer. It has to come out. It changed him. It shaped him. He became hypervigilant. Sometimes it becomes a need to prove that nobody will ever make you feel powerless again. He felt powerless when his dad died. And sometimes loyalty to the people who remain becomes more intense because you already know what it feels like to lose someone close to you. This does not excuse his criminal conduct. It doesn't. I'm just trying to understand what got this young man to this point in his life. It does not explain every decision that Vaughn made. But if we are telling the complete story of a human being, we cannot begin with the arrest and skip over him being a child, because it's that short period in his life created who he was. So we have to know the backstory. So the little boy began to have a lot of mugshots. So the grief came before the music. The neighborhood became before the crown. Vaughn repeatedly had several siblings and half-brothers and sisters. One of the most publicly visible was his sister, Kayla B., who later became known as she was known on social media as Kayla B. I never heard of her, but let me keep going. If you guys heard of her, drop one in the chat. I'm on Kayla B. Anyway, but the details reported online regarding the exact number of siblings varied. So do not turn that into an absolute figure. This is allegedly. I thought it was 11. It may not have been. So the same warning applies to his children. Published sources disagree over whether Vaughn's fathered 2 or 3 children. Now, we do have a picture of him with his children. And in this pictures, he appears to have 3. So I don't know why that's allegedly. So that meant the cycle did not end, though, because dad also had children. It says that Vaughn fathered the 2. Some said he fathered the 3. What is clear is that he was a father at the end of the day. And one of his sons, Davon Bennett Jr., later appeared in artwork connected with Posthumous album, which was Vaughn's, I think, one of his last albums that he did. That means the cycle did not end with Vaughn. Three are children who must grow up with songs, videos, headlines, strangers debating who their father really was. And that may be one of the most difficult legacies fame could leave behind. So let's go back to this video. Let's see what we got here. You know what? I'm tired of this. What happened now? This is insane, you guys. This is really crazy. We just sitting here watching it, and all of a sudden it's just going to disappear again. I tell you, sometimes this could be get on your nerves to the point where you're like, I ain't doing this shit no more. But I know it happens, and it just is what it is. But we're going to get it back. We're going to get it back. Nope, that's not showing up. What the heck? This is frustrating, you guys. But that's all right. You know what? We're going to get through this. I'm just making sure I didn't put it nowhere else. Nope. It should be right where I had it. There we go. There we go. You see, we found it. A lot of times, you guys, it's human error. And it normally is my problems. That's why I have to edit this stuff to my lives and then put it up in my videos with all of this out of it, So I apologize. Guys, it's my birthday. All the balloons. I got all types of gifts, you guys. I got pajamas from my favorite store. It's called Long Tall Sally. If you're a tall girl like me, get over to Long Tall Sally. And if you're a man that's over 6'3", it's called American Tall. They go up to 48 inseam. Yes. So I'm a tall gal. So I got new pajamas. I got 2 Michael Kors pocketbooks, 2 Michael Kors over the strap thing. And I got a vacation by my husband. We're going, he did a vacation. I ain't gonna tell you about where we're going in the details, but I got that as too. So I am really, I hate to say I'm spoiled, but I am loved. So it was a really good day. It's been a great weekend. We partied the entire weekend. So we're winding down now. So I wanted to end it with King Von because he too is a Leo and he is also born on August 9th.
He would post pictures of him and his partner in crime, T. Roy, dubbing themselves the O-Block Savages. In fact, after posting one picture together, one woman from O-Block even suggested that Von and T. Roy stop being photographed together in case somebody sends it to the police. Von would tweet how him and T. Roy's names were ringing in the streets and that people were praising them for doing their thing, regularly using this as a catchphrase to refer to his drilling, tweeting warnings to the ops that he's about to go on their block and do his thingy thing, telling them that they have 2 hours to clear the streets, and promising.
Do you guys know how many times King Von was arrested? Drop in the chat. How many times was King Von arrested, you guys? Let me know. Let me know. Like I said, there was various numbers. There was many mug shots. Where's the mug shots? We got these many mug shots, and that wasn't all. There was a lot. So if you know, and if you're a fan of him and you follow him, let me know how many mug shots that King Von had. The honest answer is that there's so many, the sources are not reliable. They're just not. So juvenile records are often restricted. So even though I tried to get in there and try to figure that out, and if there was any juvenile cases that I may have missed, I couldn't figure it out. So online biographies repeat numbers without showing complete court documentation. I don't know. This could be AI. We just don't know. Different websites also count bookings, arrests, probation matters as well, and separate charges differently. So tonight we're not going to invent a number. We're just not going to do that here because I don't like to. Not that I don't like to. I don't. If I can't find a source, I'll say, you know what? I tried to look, but I couldn't find anything. So we are going to discuss the major episodes that can be documented. Published biographies report that Vaughn entered juvenile detention around age 16. Now, we have to really sit in this because this is what's building this man, okay? From this age, preteen to teenager, this guy has lived a rough and a hard life. What did they think was going to happen? There's no way that you can live this hard life up until 24 and you think that life is going to change. He's going to walk away from the streets. He's going to leave his boys behind. He's not going to go back to the projects. He's not going to bring his boys with him. It's not going to happen. So his destiny was already sealed. So following an armed robbery case, public booking information also reflects a November 2012 Cook County firearm-related booking. Then became the case that changed the direction of his life. In July, this poor guy can't catch a break. In July 19, he passed at 26. So now he's still in the street at 19. Okay, let's keep going with this. You know what, you guys? I be hearing the love. Thank you guys. like I said, I'm everywhere, but I don't know where it's coming from. But thank you guys. Thank you for the love. I did get something on Twitch. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and TikTok. Thank you for the badges you are sending me for my birthday. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Listen, it's my birthday. I'm taking anything. $1. My Cash App is at the top. If you want to wish your girl a happy birthday, go right ahead. Listen, we're family now. I'm going to send you $1. You send me $1. Anywho. So, okay. So, this is the point that changed King Von's life. In July 2014, 19-year-old Davon Bennett was charged with first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder in connection with May 29th shooting in Chicago, Inglewood's area. 19-year-old Malcolm Stuckey was deleted. Hey, who's that? Day Swag, I see you. August 10th, happy birthday. If I don't see you tomorrow, why you got that 518? What's 5? Is that where you from? Because I'm from the 518 area, so I'm not sure. I see the 6 at it. It may be a coincidence. But happy birthday, honey. And thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. So right now we're just talking about King Von, his life. He was born August 9th. That's our brother, so I'm just breaking down his story right now. So 19-year-old Malcolm Stuckey was killed. 2 other men were wounded. Prosecutors accused Bennett, which is King Von, and a co-defendant of involvement in this. Bennett remained incarcerated while the case worked its way through the court system. We have an image of him in that court case, but it's really grainy. I couldn't find one that was clear enough, so I put it down there. I'm not going to show it. So you guys just imagine being 19 years old and facing the possibility of spending the remainder of your life in prison. I bet you he'd rather be in prison right now than where he's at today. That's at 19. King Von is still in the streets. He's not famous yet. You guys sit in it and think about it. He passed when he was 26 years old. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Happy birthday to you too. He passed at 26. At 26, you guys. So days became months for this boy. Months became years. Friends continue living. Children grow. His family moved on. They weren't coming to see him. He was in there by himself. People stopped calling. They weren't answering him no more. He's 19. The outside world moves forward while he's in prison awaiting trial. He remains frozen in the same legal nightmare that his dad was. These traditional curses have to stop. Vaughn spent more than 3 years incarcerated. So now, mind you guys, please keep up with me. He got arrested at 19, 20, 21, 22. He's still in the streets. He's not making music. He's still, what's his first name again? Bennett. He's still Bennett. He ain't King Vaughn yet. Let me repeat that correctly. He was not merely released because somebody forgot the case. He went to trial and was acquitted of all charges. These are the things that start to make me think that I'm a conspiracy theorist. Excuse me, I can't speak to that. Conspiracy. How y'all say it? Why am I having a hard time saying it? You know what I mean, y'all. That's what I am. So I be thinking, because I do these cases all the time, and I'm saying to myself, how does someone with this extensive criminal history get acquitted? It's like Don King I did yesterday. Don King was poor, he number runner, was associated with 2 deletions, and he goes to jail and gets 4 years and then gets pardoned by the governor. What are we doing here? Guys, take off the rose petal glasses. It's deeper than what we see. There's no way that this guy with allegedly 20 mugshots connected to multiple deletions, he goes to trial and he gets acquitted on all charges. They didn't even get one to stick. An Illinois appellant decision concerning his co-defendant later confirmed that Bennett was acquitted of the passing and related shooting charges. Oh, Lord, I will never understand it. The acquittal, I guess it matters. People may hold opinions about Vaughn's life, his lyrics, his reputation, but in the Malcolm Stuckey prosecution, the jury returned it not guilty verdict. They returned it. So you guys, let's watch a little bit more of this story. Maybe we all can get a better understanding of why. Let's keep going.
To blast them on sight. Vaughn would even reflect on a conversation that he had had with T. Roy, saying that they can't die soon because they know they're going to hell for all the bad things they had done in the streets. Vaughn would even openly tweet about shooting up Dunbar High School around this time. And unsurprisingly, he would continue to be in the eyes of the law, being picked up in October for battery. But little did the police know just how serious Vaughn's crimes were about to get in the coming weeks. On the 13th of October 2012, Vaughn tweeted that he is about to pop these pills and spaz out on somebody, expressing frustration that he hasn't taken anybody down for a while and saying that he's getting dry. Perhaps a tweet with a double meaning that could refer to sex or...
No. He's talking about deletion and taking people's life and time go by and he's feeling dry because he hasn't done it. So now we know. Let's go back and just listen to this guy clearly. This is so horrible. Let's listen to it. It says, this is where he speaks. I'm about to go on the block and do my thingy thing and all. Give me 2 hours. So on site, I'm gonna blast. We already know what he's talking about. All your subliminals, it's not working. Okay, let's see what else.
Was to clear the streets and promising to blast them on sight. Vaughn would even reflect on...
Okay, me and T. Roy talking the other day, and we said, sorry, I have multiple screens. I need to probably pull this one down here because I'm all around it. Day in, we said we ain't dying no time soon because we is not looking forward to hell. You guys, that's deep. That's not only deep, that's scary. There's actually people that know they're going to hell, and guess what? They are okay with it. And King Ron was one of them.
A conversation that he had had with T. Roy, saying that they can't die soon because they know they're going to hell for all the bad things they had done in the streets. Vaughn would even openly tweet about shooting up Dunbar High School around this time. And unsurprisingly, he would continue to be in the eyes of the law, being picked up in October for battery. But little did the police know just how serious Vaughn's crimes were about to get in the coming weeks. On the 13th of October 2012, Vaughn tweeted that he is about to pop these pills and spaz out on somebody, expressing...
Why is he putting this all out here? You know what? Like I said, I'm older. I'm a lot older than him. I'm old enough to be his mother. But I don't understand, why is it so important for them to put this out here and think that no one is watching? I don't know if it's stupidity, you guys, or is it just plain ego? Was he convinced that nothing could touch him? I don't know, but it's really sad. It really is sad, you guys. Drop it in the chat what is the reason? Why do you think that he felt that he could not be touched? Why?
Frustration that he hasn't taken anybody down for a while and saying that he's getting dry. Perhaps a tweet with a double meaning that could refer to sex or murder. That very same day, Vaughn would tweet that his ops party tonight is getting cancelled. Later, Vaughn is tweeting asking for somebody to come and get him. And 30 minutes later, Vaughn tweets simply, "Ha," followed by 45 Glock me. That very night of October the 13th, 2012, Modell, that same teen who had found the body of his cousin King Doc dead just 6 months before, would be walking down the street with another one of his cousins on their way to meet a girl. When just before 9:30 p.m, somebody approached them on foot, opening fire.
Let's stop this. The teen may have been targeted due to a feud between two rival gangs. He and his 18-year-old cousin were on their way to meet a girl when someone walked up and opened fire in the 6300 block of South Rose Avenue just before 9:30 p.m. Now, do you see what it says? The teen may have been targeted. No, the teen was not targeted. King Vaughn just needed to, what they say, release some steam, because he already said, I'm finna blow up the block. He was missing it. It's in his blood. It's almost like a vampire. He had to KIL. He had to.
Modell would be shot in the chest and later pronounced dead in hospital. No one was ever charged with this murder or attempted murder, but many years later, police documents would be released revealing that King Von himself was positively identified by a witness as the shooter, with T. Roy apparently at the scene too. This meant that King Von was the prime suspect in the murder. And not only that, but King Von would tweet immediately after the killing.
Conspiracy.
Now, it's important to remember that Twitter timestamps run on universal coordinates.
That is hilarious. Why couldn't I say it? Sometimes I'll be on here, I'll be tongue-tied, and sometimes I just be like, blah, blah, blah. you know the words. I am an expert witness. I go into trials and I testify all day long. That's what I do. And sometimes I get on this thing, I just be like mush mouth. I don't know if it's mush mouth or I'm just tired and exhausted because I have multiple channels. I was on, today is my birthday, you guys. Such a spoiled Leo. I was on, today I did my Family for Life channel. And then I have another channel that These Criminals Are Crafty. And then I have, of course, Viral Crimes with Jocelyn. And I just hit, I think, let me look, because I'm about to turn my screen around and show you guys what I hit on YouTube today. I'm very excited about that. Now, mind you, I've only been at this 9 months, so I can't complain. And I realize there is no algorithm, you guys. It is just God. Y'all see that? Well, it is a little foggy. I have 28,684 subscribers on YouTube. So your girl, I'm doing my thing. I'm trying to push out as much content as possible. I'm picking up the speed now. So get over there and become part of the family. If you're a part of family wherever you're watching, why not just go and do it everywhere? And don't meet me there. Beat me there. Because I need to see your name when I click on. So get over there, y'all. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, this thing right here, hold on. Let's go back over here. Let's get this out of here. Like I said, if you want to see the edited version where I'm not blabbling, go into my videos in 24 hours. I edit these all out. So it's nice, clean. It's just perfect. But life is not perfect. So if you want to have fun with me, you want to be on my lives. So let's get back to this darn little boy who needed his butt whipped. He just needed a good spanking over the leg. That's what he needed before he started running amok on everybody's life and getting an itch to delete. So now it says time zones, accounts, and billing. Let's play this.
Time. That's the same as UK time, and that's where I'm reading these tweets from, which is 6 hours ahead of Chicago time. So for me to get the exact time of a tweet that was made by King Von or KI or somebody else in Chicago, I have to take the time that it shows on Twitter and -6. I'm telling you this because Modell was shot at around 9:30 p.m. That means that King Von tweeted, "Who died?" about 17.
These people are stupid. He put this out here before this is... You can't make this shit up, y'all. You just can't make it up. Oh my God, these young people don't you wish they could just go outside, jump rope, and just have a good time playing hopscotch? And
minutes after the murder of Modell took place.
Oh, after.
And that tweet was followed by yet another one reading, "It's not safe around our way," which came less than an hour after the shooting. And Von's "Who died?" tweet would provoke responses from somebody who even knew Modell, with Von saying that the dead person is somebody that they know. In addition to that exchange, the female shooter from Tuckerville, KI, would end up getting arrested not long after this.
Okay, at 1800 hours, detectives Jones and Garcia was notified that 2 individuals were in custody in the double 3rd district for aggravated discharge of a firearm. And the incident they were arrested for may have been retaliation for the shooting of McCambry and Turner. Okay.
For apparently shooting indiscriminately into O Block, hoping to kill anybody in retaliation for Modell. None of this seemed to bother King Von, however, as he clearly got a lot of satisfaction out of having seemingly killed again. The day after the murder of Modell, Von would tweet that him and T-Roy have a problem and that they can't stop doing their thingy thing. Von would tweet that the streets are in trouble when he's coming, and he would brush off the cops' attempts to arrest him. In fact, only 2 days after the killing, he would get into an argument with a well-known Tuckerville GD known as Wooski on Twitter. Wooski had inferred that he had been out looking to catch Von that day, asking him where they were at.
God, this is sad. Can you imagine living your life where you have no clue who is wanting to take you out. You know what? Sometimes, I don't know you guys, sometimes I sit back and say, you know, if there was really a purge, like really, like it was law here in the United States, could I come up with a list of people who would want to take me out? And I probably could. And a lot of times it's that people just be jealous of your life and they just want your life. And then they come. And I have my top three. And you know who you are. Hell, I'd be in Mexico or in Dubai with my feet up and waiting for the purge to be over with. I ain't dealing with that mess if we have an option to leave.
With Von leaving a heartless reply saying that he was getting t-shirts made for Modell's funeral. Unsurprisingly, Von would find himself on the radar of the police following the murder of Modell, getting picked up for unlawful possession of a firearm and being questioned in October 2012, with Von later tweeting that the cops grabbed him and warned him to be careful. Apparently the cops even told Von that when they question their ops, they all talk about him and T-Roy, suggesting that their names are feared in the streets. Von would even tweet after that his own mother was beginning to hear the rumours about his violent behaviour in the streets and she was trying to put him on punishment. But Von wasn't deterred and he kept using Twitter to increase his reputation as a killer. The following month...
So just let's talk about this. You know, him being acquitted of all charges. We cannot erase an acquittal because it does not fit our narrative. It doesn't make sense to us. If it makes sense to you, drop a 1 in the chat. It does not make sense to me. You know, after his homecoming, Von finally had the opportunity to pursue music. Now, he was in there 19. He got out 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. Listen, he had 3 years to make it happen. How did he make it happen? And how did he get acquitted? This man has more mugshots than a little bit. He is connected to multiple deletions. And he gets out early. He's acquitted. Come on, y'all. We got to think. So after coming home, Vaughn finally had the opportunity to pursue his music career that was already promised to him when he was in prison, because he had to probably give up somebody big at the top, or he agreed to be an informant, but the streets was not having it. And that ended with his demise. Listen, I'm just talking allegedly. These are just my opinions. I'm just sitting here because I don't understand this crap. I don't understand it. Go back and watch. I did Rich Porter. He's a Leo. That's Mitch from Harlem. I did Don King. They all had the same story. Don King was a number runner. Don King had deleted. He was involved in multiple. Yes, fill in the blanks. It's only certain words I can say, which I don't understand why I can't say it. But Crime Watch can say it, and they don't get taken down. It's all about lining the pockets, you guys. And then Don King gets acquitted. No, he doesn't get acquitted. Actually, he got pardoned by the governor. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the governor was down at the speakeasies. He was also into running the numbers and stuff. And he built this darn rapport with Don King in the streets. The government is nothing but criminals with suits and ties. That's just my opinion. I'm just talking. It's just little old viral crimes. Jocelyn, listen. But his illegal difficulties did not completely end. Oh, Lord, this boy go sit your butt down somewhere. In 2019, Vaughn and Little Dirk faced charges in Fulton County, Georgia, connected with a shooting near the varsity. Oh, Lord, I used to love to go get me some hot dogs from the varsity. Listen, let me pull up something. You know, when I came across, it was a picture of him standing at the varsity. I was like, why is he standing at the varsity? I didn't know that there was him, you know. Look at him with a little boy, a little cute little self, a little devil. The little devil he was becoming. Poor little Vaughn. See, they say he wasn't little Vaughn. He didn't want to be called baby Vaughn. He wanted to become King Vaughn. And that is the Leo in this young man, I promise you. He had it in him from the moment he came out the womb. He couldn't even help it, poor thing. Where we at? So yeah, he's so handsome. Every time I see him, I'm like, he's so handsome. So in 2019, Vaughn and Little Dirk faced charges in Fulton County, Georgia, connected with shooting near, sorry, YouTube, pow pow. Listen, I got a whole list of words I can't say. I gotta get used to this. Near the Varsity Restaurant in Atlanta, a judge found probable cause for the case to proceed. But yeah, he got out of jail. All of this crap. And let's keep going. The allegations included attempted murder, aggravated assault, gang activity, and fire offenses. Vaughn was released on bond. Dirk's charges were ultimately dismissed in 2022. So let's go back. So now, 2019, he's still getting into trouble. He passed at 26. When does this stop? So little Dirk, he's dismissed under prosecutorial discretion. Vaughn had already died by that time. Okay. No. Am I getting the numbers wrong, y'all? Anyway, officials at state litigations filed years later stated that Vaughn still had 2 pending Fulton County felony matters when he passed. Yes, he had already passed. Oh yeah, he passed. He was 26. Let's keep watching this guy. Let me keep going on. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm ready to go eat myself something. It's my birthday, you guys. My family, they did so much for me. I'm so excited. I already opened all my gifts. I got a seafood dinner waiting for me downstairs, but I told them that I wanted to get on here with you guys and see all my Leo friends and enjoy this day with any Leo. Like, I love the 10th. You still my brother or sister.
Vaughn would be sending unprovoked Twitter ats at Wooski asking if he knew who killed Modell, provoking responses from numerous ops who wanted to see Vaughn dead, including Wooski and KI. And to me, this is where we see King Von really beginning to take pleasure in killing. For years to come, he would tweet mocking Modell, saying it's messed up what happened to him and that he's a straight sucker. It's this sort of behavior where I believe that Vaughn crosses the line from a normal gangbanger killing to survive to a full-blown serial killer who is taking the lives of others systemically for his own personal gratification. At this point, Vaughn has already satisfied the conditions of being a serial killer, having allegedly killed more than 3 people in different locations with large periods of time in between the killings. And his tweets express a clear tendency to take pleasure in killing and a desire to show the world what he's doing. In a way, King Von's purpose in life at this point in time wasn't just revenge and murder for sport. It was about doing these crimes and giving the world clues about what he had done. And as the story goes on, you'll see King Von constantly hint towards his crimes on social media, in his even on television. But now, the pattern had emerged, and Von clearly had a thirst for blood. He was becoming a talented shooter and not facing any consequences for these crimes. And so, in the coming months, Von would be rumoured to have been connected to at least 3 more murders, with the police only catching up to him when it was too late. In late 2012, Von was earning a reputation as a feared shooter in the Chicago gang wars, something he would be more than happy to broadcast to the world. Von would be seen in clips posted to social media, sliding in cars with his partner in crime T-Roy and others, throwing up gang signs and saying that they're smoking Tuka.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vaughn needed a good lashing from his mama. He really, really did. He truly did. When Vaughn came home in late 2017, he was stepping into Chicago music world that had already changed. So we had Chief Keef had become internationally known. Little Dirk had built his own career in his only the family or the OTF collective. They had moved on without Vaughn. Vaughn, you're a thing of the past now. So they thought. Drill was no longer only Chicago sound. Its influence was spread to New York, London, Atlanta, and beyond. Little Dirk recognized something in Vaughn. Not just reputation, not just neighborhood credibility. Vaughn could tell a story, and we already learned how he was able to tell such stories. What he did to build that in him, to be able to tell those type of stories. So after Vaughn's release, he became affiliated with Dirk's OTF operation and began recording professionally. His early songs introduced listeners to a voice that sounded controversial but dangerous, as though he were sitting beside you describing events in real time. He was a real storyteller. Then came Crazy Story in 2018. Now, mind you, now we're getting into the life of this young man, okay? All those years passed. He's in the streets. He's doing all these things, okay? And now we're finally getting to the meat of this, 2018, okay? That record became his breakthrough. The record, he followed it with additional installments and collaborations, including work with Lil Durk. In 2019, Vaughn released a mixtape, Grandson Volume 1. In March 2020, he followed with Levon James. I'm not sure who he is. His song Took Her to the O became one of the biggest records and demonstrated why listeners were drawn to King Vaughn. It was not simply a collection of punchlines. It was a miniature crime story with characters, dangers, and an ending. You guys go out and listen to some of his music. Was he talking about his life? Was he? You guys, please hit that screen, double tap it, follow, like, share, and subscribe, and get this out into the algorithm. Today's my birthday, and if you want to, my Cash App is right there above me. Listen, every dollar helps. I need new lights in the studio. See how dark it is in the back? I'm working on it. It's my studio. I'm trying. On October 30th, 2020, he released his first official studio album, Welcome to O Block. And we do know what O Block is. O Block was projects. They try to butter up, put a little, seasoning on it and make it become something that it really, truly wasn't. So that was only 1 week before his passing. So was it, when things happen, it's almost like I feel like the people that are above that, so above everything on this earth, that they really are not touched because they have so many levels of these things, like a million levels before it can even get to them. So they don't, they're never touched, but they send down the orders. They know who's coming in this industry. They know what they can make. They get them to a height in their career where they say to themselves, we can make more money if he is deleted. Listen, this is just how my brain works, because this little boy, this little ninja ain't never had nothing. And he didn't have something for long, but he had a catalog. The album later rose to number 5 on the Billboard's 200. Crazy Story 2.0 also entered the Hot 100 after what I tell y'all? I want to listen to me. I know how this works. Let me take my glasses off and maybe you guys can hear me more clearly, because obviously we're having this communication issue. Sometimes my glasses can block how I'm really feeling, what I'm thinking. So like I said, the heads up, they got everybody down here in line. And the line is tight. It's so small, and everybody has a position. It never reaches the top, but the top can throw down what they want. So they know who they're letting in this business. They let this little boy in this business and get some type of fame where now he's almost like a cult. What they call them, cult, almost like Wu-Tang have this cult following, right? So now he has this, the uppers have this young man, they have this cult following that they know no matter what, dead or alive, he's going to make money. And guess what? He's going to make more money gone than living. They already know. They've already lined their pockets. They have already been to the bank. They have taken out loans in this boy's name. And they knew that, listen, we need to take him out because we need his death to pay for all this crap. And now, mind you, they probably promised him the moon, the stars, and the quasars, but they already knew that. They knew when his last day was. I'm a conspiracy. What the heck? Day, you just saw a conspiracy theorist. What in the world? That word will not come out my mouth today. So how did King Vaughn become rich, you guys? How did he become rich? Let's think about it. Was he truly rich? First, let us remove the fake celebrity net worth numbers. Let's remove that. I say that all the time. That's what Rich Porter, when they all thought Rich Porter was rich, when his brother passed away, they wanted $500,000 in freaking ransom. He didn't have that money. All he had was a few rings, a little car, and that's it. And he didn't have money, but His lifestyle made people think that he was part of the rich and famous of the streets, but he really wasn't. So there's no publicly audited statement showing exactly how much money King Von personally possessed when he passed. But his income opportunities are easy to understand. Okay. He earned money through music streaming. They say that crap is low. I did numbers on somebody that I know, me and my husband, and we did the numbers on this person. And the person was on live for like 4 years and accumulated, oh my God, I think 300 watch on the video. So it broke it down by all 300,000. My bad, 300,000. And only made $500 in 3 years. So that tells you how much he was making. And that was on Spotify. Let's look at his digital sales, his YouTube views. His YouTube views now at 1 billion. I came across videos. That's why I'm real skeptical about playing this video, because I'm not trying to get my channel copy striked. But those videos were in the billions of people watching. So we got the YouTube views, we got features, we got live performance and merchandise, his own, his agreement with the OTF and Empire. That was the little thing that he started, and the growing commercial value of his music catalog. And his audience expanded. The value of appearance and collaborations was also increased. Von's success happened extremely fast and ended even faster. His professional recording career lasted about only 2 years. Yet, listen to me, you guys. He built a catalog that could continue generating royalties years after his death, decades after his death. Listen, before you decide to go into this music thing, watch your back. There is nothing, let me tell you something. I don't care how much you dream that you skipping through the lilies and the vines. No. Just know everything that you get, they're allowing you to have. So the 2026 Appellate Records described his music rights as the most valuable part of his estate and stated that a separate company was formed to hold his property and royalty assets. That tells us something important. King Von's real wealth was only the cash or jewelry people saw in photographs. This is horrible. Let me see what we got at King Von. We got this one right here. We have got this one right here. That's where he passed. That's the club where he passed that in Atlanta. This was actually the actual scene right here. See that person over there is pow-powing him on the right-hand side. King Von is on the one. He's the one laying in the streets with the white pants on. And I guess this is the guy with the big giant Joker smile that's making me feel a little uncomfortable. So I'm going to go past him because I'm feeling a little scary right now. So let me see what else we have. That, like I said, the club. I think that's all I have for today. We have this right here too, which was his, let me see if I can blow this up, which was his last actual, put it right over myself right here, was his last picture. He walked outside and this was his end. So sad. And I do believe, just like in, whose case was it? No, one of the Amigos, how they never found that guy. It's all part of this bigger picture of allowing you to feel like you have something and you have nothing. So it was ownership, control connected with his music. A song can continue earning long after the artist has passed. And 9 times out of 10, you guys, the family does not receive anything. Family don't receive nothing. They really don't. So what is it for? It's for the same people who allowed him to even feel a moment of financial freedom. You understand what I'm saying? We have no control. So if you think you're controlling it, you're crazy. So a song can continue earning long after the artist has gone. A video can receive another million views. A new generation can discover an old album. A feature can be released. That is why music catalogs become the subject of estate battles. That is why we should not reduce the discussion to chains, cars, and stacks of money. His biggest financial asset was the voice and storytelling ability he had developed under the most difficult circumstances. The tragic part is that he barely had time to experience the full benefit of what he created. Imagine surviving your childhood, you guys. Surviving the streets, years of jail, finally becoming successful, and then losing everything 1 week after releasing the album meant to establish you as a major artist. See, I think if I saw that coming, I wouldn't leave my house until it happened, knowing that he is in the streets and they want him gone. The streets wanted Vaughn gone. So that is the tragedy of King Vaughn. Not only his passing, but that he passed at the exact moment the world was beginning to understand how far his talents could go. So now we have King Vaughn's most publicly recognized romantic relationship was the Texas rapper, which I didn't like her. I don't care what nobody says. Asian Doll. And because I'm going to pull her up, I'm going to have to go over here. Y'all bear with me. And I am going to find a nice, beautiful picture of Asian Doll, which we probably already know her from. She was on, what is it? I think she did make it to Baddies. Hold on, let's see. Let me look for Asian Doll. Here we go. This beautiful young lady. Right. Oh God, it scared me. Hi. It's my birthday, you guys. So we have people coming in, guest speakers, even the dog. Aaliyah, eventually one of these moments, okay? Okay. So let's look at Asian Doll. We're going to put her right next to her boyfriend. Hold on, let me find another beautiful picture of this girl, as they say down here in the South. And here's a picture of her with her man. Okay, you guys, I'm about to pull it up. I guess, you know what, they look so good together. I don't know how they met, but we're going to get into that. So let me go back over here so I can show you. So bear with your girl again. Listen, you guys, this is what we're doing here. It is what it is. So we're going to go down here. I've learned how to work my computer system. I did everything in here by myself, so I'm so proud of myself. I really, truly freaking am. Okay, nope, I'm separate. You guys, I said I'm that proud of myself, and I pulled up the wrong darn thing. That's how proud I am of myself. Here it goes, I believe. Okay, yep, I knew I had it. I got skills in me. So we're going to transform this, and we're going to stretch to fit. No, we're not going to stretch it fit the page. I'm not going to do all the background on this. I just wanted to get a picture of Asian Doll on the screen. But I'm sorry, you guys, I can never let a picture go out on my channel that I don't put my logo in. So got to get that in there, you guys. That's it. So we have this picture of them together. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So we have this one. And then I want to bring up another one of her and by herself. So image. There we go. You guys will work with your girl. Work with your girl. You hear my dog? It never fails. And here we go. So there we go. There is lovely Asian Doll. Okay. That is the girl. Love of his life. I'm not sure if they had children together. I couldn't tell you. But hold on, y'all. Y'all seeing it? I think y'all are. But yeah. Oh, there she goes. Okay, so Asian Doll. King Von's most publicly recognized romantic relationship was with Texas rapper Asian Doll, who also used the name Asian Da Brat. Their relationship was intense, public, and repeatedly on and off. They appeared They appeared together online, collaborated musically, and discussed one another in interviews. Vaughn sometimes described himself as single, even while photographs and videos suggested that he had reunited with Asian Doll. That inconsistency fueled constant speculation with fans. At the time of his death, multiple reports described them as former or on and off partner rather than stable couple. Asian Doll later referred to Vaughn as her soulmate and spoke publicly about the depth of their grief. Sorry, you guys. Where is it at again? I want to show y'all this picture again of them two. Where did I put it at, you guys? All right, we're just going to stick here. It is what it is at this point. So, and here is where social media compliance complicates grief. When an ordinary person loses a former partner, they may mourn privately. When a celebrity loses a former partner, millions of people judge whether the grief is real. They examine photographs. They're probably looking like, oh, let me see. Asian Doll. Them ain't real tears. You know what I'm saying? They looking inside their Instagram page and we're trying to figure this out. Is it real, you guys? It's real. Death is real. Now they're going into social media pages and looking for who unfollowed whom. This is insane how they come up and say, oh, you notice such and such unfollowed. Who do they have doing this? They debate whether the couple was together on the exact day of the passing. They accuse people of using tragedy for attention. Come on, y'all. Asian Doll's mourning became part of a public story. It really did. And that's unfortunate. Asian Doll, they were looking at her posts. They were breaking down her social media. She posted messages. She spoke about his interviews. She got tattoos memorializing him. Some people close to Vaughn challenged portions of her public account while she maintained that their love was genuine. We do not need to decide what occurred in every private moment of someone's relationship. It's not our business. Everybody needs to just go back and mind your own business. Lord have mercy. Everybody want to be in somebody's life and think they know something and don't know nothing. Just sitting there trying to come up with their own story so they can spin their own stupid negative, I'm trying to blank today. But you know what I mean? Trying to spin their own narrative and don't know nothing. So when Leos love, the affection may be dramatic, and it is. We love hard, you guys. We are very loyal, and we're a long-term relationship people. So once we got our eye on you and we fall in love with you, we are 12 toes down. I promise you. There's no leaving. You have to do something that's so bad that there's just no chance of looking back. So again, this entertainment symbolism, not a clinical explanation of the relationship. So what you're seeing in social media, don't nobody know what these two young people were dealing with. Their real relationship involved two young artists, fame, social media, rumors, and pressure of being just watched constantly online. That's all it is. So let me ask the chat a question. I'm going to ask you guys this. Do you believe that social media makes celebrity relationships impossible? Do you often wonder why celebrities hop from person to person to person? Why they never can find that one person and settle down? And why do they all stay and date within this bubble? Like there's nobody outside. So I have my own theory on that too, but I don't know if I need to tell you. But like I said, they all just stay within this. All of them is in this circle. It's almost like their own little earth. And then they just keep circling each other and circling each other and circling each other and circling each other. I will never understand it. I don't know. So now we have reached the most controversial section of the story. And this is where wording matters, you guys. So let me get my boy Vaughn back up on the screen. The young woman people frequently connected to King Vaughn was Gakira Barnes, known as K.I. Okay? So we're going to go up here right here. Hold on. We're going to put this up here. Why every time I get out of this, it does this to me? I got to check that one out. No, see, it did it again. Something is going on with my system, and I don't know why, but we're going to figure it out. And nope, it's not working. It's not working, you guys. Why did it do that? No, it literally kicked us out again. I don't know why. I just ordered a new stronger power surge, because sometimes this thing will go in and out, but it's not the desktop, because my desktop is the top of the line. Trust me, 90 guys can come here and game on this sucker and would nothing go wrong. But I believe that it's too powerful. So it kicks me out of certain things because I don't have the power cord that this is really upsetting. Let me see if I can get it back. Anyway, you guys, so hold on, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Someone's watching.
According to various sources,
no, we wasn't watching you, bro. You was just running your mouth. You wasn't really saying nothing that we wanted to hear. So let me go into history. Look at that. It ain't even in my history. I'm gonna try one more thing. Like I said, get the tighten up version. It'll be on there tomorrow. I guess we can go look at this.
Yeah. Look. One Shardell. Zico. Both of the Shardells.
And he'd be seen with his boys mobbing deep in trap houses. And Von would even broadcast his activities rolling with the gang to the local store. Von was surprisingly open about his gangbanging life on social media, and he would be particularly active on Twitter during these violent months. He would tweet openly that he was planning to shoot at random people in traffic. He would tweet that he is STLK, or a St. Lawrence killer, and interestingly, around these times on the 18th of October 2012, O-Block native Chief Keef would release his hit song Love Sosa, a legendary Chicago drill anthem with lyrics about killing people for disrespecting O-Block. At this point in 2012, Chief Keef had become a global rap star off the back of his single I Don't Like, which was given an all-star remix by Kanye West, and ended up landing at number 73 on the Billboard charts. That song had lyrics about the gang wars in Chicago and lives being lost, and Chief Keef's music was becoming legendary for painting a picture of reality on Chicago's most dangerous block. Of course,
now, you know what? He had Asian doll. You know what? They say every man needs a woman that softens his heart.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Thank you guys. It's my
birthday
birthday. It's my birthday.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you guys.
To you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
You're welcome. It's an ice cream cake.
Oh, thank you guys. Can y'all cut me a piece
Yeah.
before it melts? A nice big piece, Dree. Thank you guys. Huh?
This is a Carvel cake, a Carvel ice cream cake.
Let them see it.
Yep, ice cream cake from Carvel's.
My fave. My fave.
So cute.
Thank you guys. We're talking about King Von because he's my twin. He was born on August 9th and he too is a Leo. And we're almost done with this case. So let's get into his girlfriend. You know, they said women make you weak, man. Is that true? Drop a 1 in the chat if it is. So the young woman people frequently connected to King Von was Kira Barnes, known as K.I. She was not Von's second girlfriend, they say. There is no reliable evidence that the two were romantically involved. They became publicly connected because they were associated with opposing sides of the violent South Side Chicago conflict. Barnes was only 17 when she was powwowed and deleted in Chicago. 17. She had developed a major social media presence and used Twitter to communicate with friends. 17, you guys, let that sink in. She's a gangbanger at 17. This is horrible. So let's examine thousands of her posts to understand how grief, aggression, threats, and neighborhood violence could move between social media and the real world. What connected her to Vaughn? Neighborhood rivalry, gang affiliated conflict, the deaths of people connected to each other. What was it? There was no criminal trial. No jury heard evidence against. Oh, go ahead. Let's show them.
I just want to show y'all this beautiful ice cream cake. Okay.
It's Leo season, y'all. The best season ever. Yes, August 9th, all day. It's my birthday today. I got so many gifts. You know what? We might make this a little more fun and probably in King Vaughn. But I got a beautiful Michael Kors bag. Isn't that beautiful? From my daughter and my husband. I also got a trip. My husband got me as well. So I got that. I'm so loved. My family loved me. And they got me this to match. So I'm excited about that. Very, very nice. So I got that. And we are going on vacation very, very soon. So I'm excited about that gift. What else I get? I got...
Get your trip.
I already told about my trip. Got my trip coming up. All paid. Oh, and my favorite perfume, you guys. If you guys don't know about this, y'all need to get on this. This is not paid advertisement. Thank you, Aaliyah. Perfect. It's heavenly. So good. And then I got another Michael Kors bag. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? And it came with a wallet. This is actually my content bag. So when I travel and I carry all my equipment with me, I can just put it into this and I'll be good to go. One and done. And then I also got the matching over the shoulder bag. I'm so excited. I can't wait to travel. I can't wait for me and my husband to leave. I got that. And what else did I get? Oh, and I got some new pajamas, you guys, because I'm a tall gal. So they got my pajamas from Long Tall Sally. If you're a tall girl and your inseam is above a 32, go on to Long Tall Sally and also American Tall. That's for men too, American Tall. So I got that and 2 pairs of pajamas and a vacation. So I am so excited about that, you guys. So I might just have to end this live because my family is now in the studio and I can chill out with them a little bit and kick back before I go to bed. So let me just wrap this up with my boy, King Vaughn. King Vaughn, you deserved as much as you got for today. But guess what? You would understand that as a Leo, we put ourselves and our family first. So I know he will not be upset with me, you guys. So thank you guys for watching. But I just, as I do always end this with a prayer, I just pray that God gives his family comfort. I pray that he's in a better place, wherever that place may be. And I just say thank you for giving the Viral Crimes family the words and the content that will make you proud. This is a family channel always. So thank you, Jesus. In the name of Jesus, we pray. So other than that, we're about to sign off and get into this cake and enjoy the rest of my birthday. You guys be blessed, have fun, and Day Swag, happy birthday to you. Tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be on and you get on and I'll shout you out then. So you be blessed as well. Bye-bye.